Please prepare, as severe weather warnings have just been issued across the United States. And take a look, it's trending all over right now. Severe weather, flood, National Weather Service, storm advisory coming out as the U.S. adverse weather forecast across central and southern regions through at least January 26. This coming out just this morning. And yes, here in Houston, Texas as well, I can hear it storming outside. Let me know if where you are, you're going to be hit with this. Now, I'm going to be covering the details for you of the severe weather forecast across parts of the central and southern U.S. through the 26th, possible transport, business, and utility disruptions. We're going to be covering this event and the warnings coming out from the U.S. National Weather Service, the advice that they recommend, resources, and the map of the areas that can expect to be hit over the course of the next couple days. So we're going to be diving right in, getting you caught up on the latest. And again, please prepare if you are in these areas. And if you appreciate the updates, keeping you up to speed on everything going on, do me a quick favor before we dive right in. Smash that like button for me. Just takes a second. Thank you so much. Also, to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. But with that being said, let's get you caught up on the latest. But first, a word from today's video sponsor. As we head towards a presidential election in November, one thing you can be sure of is that 2024 is going to be a tumultuous year. How will your hard-earned savings fare? We're already feeling the impacts of inflation at the grocery store and the gas pump, and the dollar is continually losing buying power faster than wages can keep up. What are you doing to protect your hard-earned savings? Consider diversifying with gold from the Birch Gold Group. For decades, gold has been the choice of investors and central banks to hedge against inflation. Now you can own it in a tax-sheltered IRA with the help of the Birch Gold Group. Just visit birchgold.com/ram and Birch Gold will send you a free info kit on gold. They'll help you convert an existing IRA or a 401k into an IRA in gold. And the best part, you don't have to pay a penny out of pocket. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and thousands of satisfied customers, you can trust the Birch Gold Group. Visit birchgold.com/ram to get your free info kit. Visit birchgold.com/ram and secure your savings now. And again, thank you to today's video sponsor, but now let's go ahead and get you caught up on the latest. And as always, this is linked in the description below, so that way you can see it for yourself. I'm also going to put it on the screen and read right from it. This coming out just this morning, U.S. adverse weather forecast across central and southern regions through at least January 26. Now, this is the event information. Severe weather is forecasted across parts of the central and southern U.S. through at least January 26. An influx of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico will lead to several rounds of heavy rainfall across the south and southeastern areas over the coming days. Rainfall totals of 5 to 10 centimeters, or 2 to 4 inches, are possible across parts of the region through January 26. Rising temperatures may also lead to thawing snow and ice in parts of the region, which could exacerbate the flood risk in affected areas. Farther to the north, a band of mixed wintry precipitation, including freezing rain, ice, and snow, is expected from northern Texas to the Great Lakes, January 22nd and 23rd. Snow and ice may result in hazardous road conditions in affected areas. As early as January 22nd, the U.S. National Weather Service, or the NWS, has issued an ice storm warning across parts of far eastern Oklahoma, western Arkansas, and southern Missouri, and winter storm warnings across parts of central, eastern, and southern Oklahoma. Winter weather advisories are in place across a wider area from northern Texas northeastward to southern Michigan. Flash flood warnings and flood advisories are in place for parts of central Texas early January 22nd today. The NWS's Weather Prediction Center has forecasted a slight risk of excessive rainfall for parts of eastern Texas, southeastern Oklahoma, western Louisiana, and southwestern Arkansas, January 22nd and the 23rd, and the eastern part of Texas, southeastern Oklahoma, Louisiana, central and southern Arkansas, and western Mississippi on the 23rd and the 24th as well. Now, the threat of heavy rainfall is then expected to shift slightly eastward through January 26th. Authorities will likely issue new alerts or updates, rescind existing advisories as weather conditions change over the coming days. Where precipitation falls as rain, flash and aerial floods is possible. Such flooding is possible in low-lying communities near watercourses and other large bodies of water, as well as in urban areas with easily overwhelmed stormwater drainage systems. Sites located downstream of large reservoirs may be subject to flash flooding after relatively short periods of intense rainfall. Where precipitation falls as snow, strong wind gusts could lead to periods of of blowing and drifting snow. Decreased visibility is likely in mountainous areas. Sporadic power outages are likely throughout the affected areas as well. Floodwaters and snowfall accumulation will likely render some bridges, rail networks, or roadways impassable, impacting overland travel in and around affected areas. Flooding in urban areas could also result in significant traffic congestion. Heavy snow and ice accumulation will likely make driving hazardous in some areas. Authorities could implement temporary road closure or detours in such locations. Mountain passes and tunnels could be closed as a precautionary measure during periods of intense snowfall. The disruptive weather will likely cause some delays and cancellations at airports in the region. Flooding and snow could block regional rail lines. Freight and passenger train delays and cancellations are possible in areas that see heavy rainfall and potential track blockages. Now, an additional side note that you can see here in related articles that today as well, there is a U.S. flash flood warning in effect for the city of San Diego, California as well. Now, here's the advice given from Crisis 24. Monitor local media or weather-related updates and advisories. Confirm all transport reservations and business arrangements before traveling in the affected areas. Seek updated information on road conditions before driving or routing shipments through areas where severe weather is forecasted. Plan for possible supply chain disruptions throughout the affected areas. Stay away from elevated streams, creeks, and other watercourses that are prone to flash flooding. Do not attempt to navigate flooded roadways. Exercise caution in elevated terrain due to the threat of landslides as well as mountainous regions where avalanches pose a threat. Charge battery-powered devices in case of a prolonged electricity outage. Now, this is linked in the description below, and you can click the resources button and it will take you to the U.S. National Weather Service link as well. And here's the map of all the impacted areas. You can see it goes from Texas all the way up to, as they mentioned, Wisconsin and Michigan. These are all the areas that are currently under this advisory this morning, January 22nd, 2024. And in addition to that, here's a look at the National Weather Service's page, and you can see here that this has been confirmed as of today, January 22nd, 2024. The purple is all the areas that are currently at this very moment under winter weather advisory, and they're saying that this is going to be spreading to the locations that we saw on that other map over the course of the next couple days, going into the 26th as well. So that is the latest coming out from the U.S. National Weather Service. So if you're in these areas, please prepare for flooding, snowfall, all of these issues that were mentioned. And again, these resources are linked in the description below for you. Now, in addition to that, if you missed my latest videos, be sure to check them out right here, as we heard that there are a lot of tax credits that could be getting passed here very soon that will put more money into the pockets of millions of Americans. And also, we are on the lookout for a new strain, a mutated version of the COVID virus that's just being reported on. Now, as more information comes out, like I said, I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel. But you guys, that is the latest. And again, thank you so much for joining me. I will catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.